Now, while people in the city were seen stepping out to buy essential commodities, grocery store owners too have taken all precautionary measures. In fact, take a look at precautionary measures at one of the vegetable stores in the city.
Panic buying seems to have subsided in several supermarkets and several areas in Bengaluru city following the announcement by the government that the grocery stores will be largely open 24/7 and that they do not need to panic buy and crowd the supermarkets in a huge number to stock up on their goods because the stocks will be kept replenished in frequent time period. So right here is another such supermarket that we have right now, where we can see that all sorts of precautions are also being maintained by this particular supermarket as well. Over here we can see this circle for social distancing being drawn, and all of the people who are coming in here are being asked to sanitize their hands with the hand sanitizers. Their temperatures are also being checked using the thermal scanners, and then finally, if they are wearing a mask, then they are let inside the supermarket to go ahead and buy their groceries. So these are the kind of precautions that almost every supermarket is now undertaking, and without a mask or any sort of protection gear, they're not being allowed inside the supermarket to buy their produce. So let's go ahead and speak to the owner of the supermarket about the kind of measures they are taking to ensure that all precautions are taken against the COVID-19 lockdown. And also one more thing about the stocks that the owners of supermarkets are facing a problem with. So let's go ahead and address those problems first of all. Sir, first of all, can you tell us what kind of precautions your store is taking in view of the COVID-19 outbreak?
First is the employees. So all employees are, what do you say, encouraged to wear mask and gloves, and also try to keep the distance between the customers. So transmission is at the minimum. And then whenever the customer enters, we are trying to cap not more than 5 customers in the store. So if there are more people, we'll ask them to stay outside. And what we need to do is anybody who's entering, we ask them to sanitize their hand and wear their mask. If they don't have a mask, at least a handkerchief should help them. So this is what we are trying to do. We are also monitoring their temperature. So we don't want people with high temperature to come in. So this is what we do.
Okay, so you also mentioned about your future plans for making this a less interactive in-person interaction between the customers and the employees over here. So what is that particular plan?
See, there are a lot of residents around. So what we have done is we have a group. So we are posting a list today and saying that this is what is there and these are the prices. So please send a list with their name. So what we do is we will take a bag or a crate, put everything to it, whatever they have ordered, and say that your order is ready. So they can come and pick it up at their convenience. So they don't have to wait here for long.
Okay.
This is what we intend to do now.
So now, while the supermarkets are going to be open 24/7, it's the choice of the owners to keep it open or not. The stocks, with regards to the stocks, there is certain kind of problem that most of the owners have told us so far. So have you faced any problem with the stocks coming in, the produce being a little bit less as per the demand?
Yes, one advantage in our store is that we grow most of it. So we grow pesticide residue free vegetables. That's not a problem. But there are others like the fruits which we need to procure from the market. These, the market is closed now. So we are unable to get the adequate quantity of fruits. Only papaya and banana which we grow are here. The other items which we don't grow, which we ask some of the farmers to give or we procure from the market, is a little difficult. Overall, we have the basics, so we are able to service the customers.
So what are the usual general markets in the city that you would, if you fall short by anything for fruits or whatever, would you buy the produce from? What are some of the places?
KR market is one place we buy the fruits from. And nearby the village where we grow, there also we encourage farmers to give. Since yesterday was a festival, many of them didn't harvest anything. So that is also another issue.
So now are you getting, KR market is closed and
Yes.
very, there's a very limited time period people come there and, sell and then take it. So from the other farmers, has it been, possible for you to get produce from them? Are they able to get it to you?
This I'll come to know only tomorrow morning. Today we have already initiated this action. Hopefully we should see some response from the farmers. One thing is the farmers, the plant will not stop giving fruits. So the farmers have to harvest and they have to find a place for it. So we could be a good medium for them to think. It'll take some time for all this to set in. And hopefully all this will be in line in another 2-3 days time.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. So right there, Neha, that was one of the supermarket owner who just told us about how they are taking the kind of precautions that is needed to break the spread of COVID-19, and also how some of them are also facing trouble getting the stocks to be replenished, because as we all know that most supermarkets do get their produce from KR market and other main markets in Bengaluru city, which are now closed down and people are not able to sell their produce over there. So there is a lack of stock in these supermarkets as well, but they are also trying to work around that factor. When it comes to this particular supermarket, they do have an advantage with regards to growing their own produce, but that is not the case with most of the supermarkets as well. And with regards to ramping up the precautions, some supermarkets are also going ahead to lessen the time that that is taken with regards to shopping for groceries and the interactive session in between by communicating about it through social media, so that it can be ready and the customers can only pick up what they need and leave from the supermarket immediately. So this is the latest update with regards to how the supermarkets are working in Bengaluru city now.